started drinking, the intake I was putting in wasn't like, ilikuwa kulewa ile serious. I just found myself wanting to drink before I sleep. And it was so weird, I got to a point I was buying those cheap liquors, zile za 150, let me not call the brands. She'd be happy to see me do all these things. Yani unajua umekuwa reckless, haujali, uko tu, Most of the times your breath iko mbaya because you're smelling mavitu za jana, Gone are the days when impressing people was the in thing. When going to posh hotels just to get mirror selfies with high-end phones was such a big deal. Despite doing all this, a void sat deep down my heart. I needed to know my purpose in life, and that is when I decided to start the journey of chasing dreams. Walk with me. But before that, let's go back to where it all started. I don't know if it's just me or this happens to everyone else. As a kid, I literally wanted to be everything on this earth. At some point, I wanted to be a receptionist. I wanted to be a secretary because I found it so cool how they type so fast in a movie, At some point, I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I realized that because they argue a lot, and me and arguing, we ain't friends, At some point, I wanted to be, I never wanted to be a doctor. At some point, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be a dancer. Yani nilikuwa najiona kwa big shows, I'm dancing and winning, I'm performing, singing and winning awards. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. At some point, I wanted to be a hair hostess because it was cool to wear those two red dresses that we see them wear. And everyone kept on saying, hey, you look like a hair hostess. That's the career path you need to choose. At some point, I wanted to be a tour and travel guide. I don't know why. Maybe because people said it's something that is cool. You travel a lot. So I was really confused. I didn't know what I want to do in life. But the pressure that parents used to give us, I don't know if it's everyone else again or just me, I felt like there's these expectations our parents had that you really had to perform in school because that's all it got to do with life, I'm not saying education is not important. Yes, it is. But I feel like it is not everything. You need to focus on your education, yes, but still find other things that you can do because you never know. Once you're done with school, maybe what you studied for might not be even what you might end up doing in life. So I really wanted to perform in school and make my mom proud. Because I didn't want to disappoint her. Because there's that expectation that the society had of if you perform, that's when you'll make it. You have to be an engineer, you have to be a doctor, and all that. But sadly, when I was on my lower classes, I used to perform a lot. But I don't know why. The higher I went, the lower my grades went. No matter how hard I read, I just couldn't explain. I don't know if it's the daddy issues I had, they were overwhelming my mind or what have you, so my concentration, I don't know, I can't really explain, but what I know is the higher I went, the lower my grades went. And I could see the disappointment in my mom's face, I was disappointing her because, kids out there are reading and performing and bringing back good grades home, but me on the other hand, But at least, my primary, I managed to score above the mean grade. When I joined high school, same story. Form 1, I'm performing well, but the higher I go again, the grades keep going lower. And when I finished my KCSE, I will not sit here and lie that I passed. I really failed. According to papers, I failed. And that was another point of conflict between me and my mom because she wanted me to repeat so that I can get better grades. But I was thinking to myself, even if I repeat, what am I repeating for? Even if I get better grades, what am I doing in life? Because I didn't know what I really wanted. you know. I appreciate the new system in our country because they're not only concentrating on that, they're also nurturing talents, because you never know when a kid grows up, you don't know the path they'll take, you know. So education is both important and the talent is important. So when I finished my Form 4, it was just back and forth between me and my mom, because she wanted me to repeat and I refused. So there was no option. I just had to settle for these two weird courses. It's not weird, but according to society. So I went for computer classes. I finished. I went for driving. I finished. I went for, what's the other course? I even did languages. I did French and Korea. And along the way, I dropped French. I just wasn't relating to it. But for Korea, I did it all the way and performed. So after I did all these courses, now I was like, what next? Then I remembered when I was in primary, I discovered that I had this gift in my hands. I could plait hair. And I just used to do my own hair sometimes. Even in high school, during the holiday, tuitions, my friends, my classmates, my schoolmates, they would come to me and I'd make their hair, some for free, some would give me even 100 bob or 300, and people would really appreciate. They were like, wow, you're really good with your hands. So when I finished Form 4 and I finished doing these 2 courses, I was like, okay, let me just be doing this thing, because my friend's mom had a salon, a small salon, hizi za kibanda tu hapa nje karibu na estate. I decided acha nifanyange hizo as I discover what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna repeat my KCSE again, or I'm just gonna settle for what's there, you know, which I didn't know what that was. So nikaanzanga kusaidia friend, mama ya beshte yangu kwa salon yake, just around the estate. Not knowing that kulikuwa na mahali nilikuwa niende na this gift, you know. So while I was still on it, one of my friends someone came and talked to me, someone who was close to me back then, was giving me a talk. Alikuwa like, because you're so good with hair, why don't you go study beauty so that you can add it for it to be an extra course in the beauty industry. So mimi nikaamua kufanya the beauty therapy. I took a, diploma course in the beauty therapy course, just for the sake inipushingi as I discover what I want to do in life, because nilikuwa na feel like easy job, but you know, those jobs you can stand before people and say nafanya hii kazi, but venye society ilikuwa imeweka hiyo ikuwa job, it was just a by the way. So I told my mom, and then because as a kid I was enrolled at a sponsorship program called the CDC. They used to partially help with things like fees, nini. So they helped with my fees and I enrolled for that course at Ashley's. Nikafanya hiyo course na nikamaliza. So when I finished this course, I remember nikiwa tu home, not knowing what next, because sikuwa naona eti ni kama niko serious, you know. One of my friends was doing these promotions for a particular company. Am I allowed to mention brands, Q? Am I? No, I'm not allowed. So it was a baby, whatever products. It was a company that was dealing with baby products, and she was working for that whatever company for the promotion. Ile mnaendanga kwa supermarket, mnazipanga, and then you start talking to people about this product, ndio wainunue, because it's a new thing in the industry. So my friend akiwa anafanya hiyo kazi, she happened to get a job in line with what she was doing. So hangemaliza hii promotion. She came and talked to me, akaniambia, nimepata kazi and I was doing this promotion. Can you please stand in for me? So akaongea na team leader wao, na I took that whatever. I took her space now. Nikaanza kufanya promotion ya that company. While I was doing the promotion for that company, ilikuwa kwa mall. Malls, am I supposed to mention? Okay, so ilikuwa TRM. Hiyo promotion tulikuwa tunafanya hapo kwa supermarket yenye ilikuwa hapo TRM. So while I was doing this promotion, growing up by there as a kid, I was very introverted. Nilikuja kukua an ambivert now when I grew up. So during lunch hours, I used to, tukiwa sasa kwa hii promotion, I used to go na kula tu lunch peke yangu na nini. So kuna dem pia alikuwa anafanya promotion ya another company. Akakuja kuniuliza, na unakuanga mpole nini, kwani ufanya nini apart from this promotion? I said, just the other day I had enrolled for beauty therapy. Akaniambia na sujaribu, hapa juu there's a very nice salon. Why don't you try uone kama itakupeleka vizuri? I was like, okay, I will try, but I never went to even look at that salon. So she kept on asking, umeenda ukaangalia hiyo salon? By the way, there's a friend of mine, kuna mtu yani tumekutana tu hapa na tumechat na anawakapo juu, I can talk to him. Akuongelele kwa mdosi, you go see if you can get a job there. So one of the days during lunch hour, akaniita, akaniambia, let's go, that guy is coming for lunch, mali tunaendanga. So the guy came, tukaongea hapo, but nilikuwa na feel ni wale watoto wanakuambianga vitu, wanakupromise, but it doesn't lead to anything, you know. So nilikuwa naichukua tu hivi. So the next day again, we went for lunch at the same place, and I remember this guy came and said, I talked to my boss, and akaniuliza, unataka kuanza job lini? And so when you uniambia unataka kuanza job lini, I was like, maybe in 2 weeks after the promotion is done. And the guy was like, yeah, sawa, ndamwambia. It felt so unreal. I didn't believe him. Nilikuwa like, ni wale watu wa kujiskate, it's not gonna go anywhere. So unfortunately something happened hapo katikati. The promotion stopped. I didn't finish the promotion. So me hata nikaenda home na I completely forgot about your story ya salon. Yani I didn't care, because mentality yangu at that time because ya venye society imeweka kazi ya kushuka, kazi ya beauty, it's not a career, you know. So me, I'm not thinking that. Me nafikiria tu ni nini ingine naweza fanya in life. With the grades I got, how am I gonna even get a chance to do something like maybe hospitality, because my grades were like really bad, unajua. So nikiwa tu home, nimezubazuba doing nothing. One day I get a call, nimelala. I remember ilikuwa 7 asubuhi. I got a call and I hear a very heavy voice. Hi, is this Vian? I'm like, yeah. I was told about you, you're doing beauty. Could you come for an interview? I'm like, when? At it today. Today at what time? At 10. Venye najijua, I take so much time in preparing myself. Nikajua kama sahi ni 7:30 na sijaamka, 10 will be impossible. So I said, because I'm really far, is it okay if I come at around 1? So the person said yes. Mi nikaoga. At this time, nakumbuka already my mom was sick and bedridden. So I told her, hey mom, nimeambiwa niende interview nini and what have you. So I ordered, prepared, I went and printed a CV na nikaenda. I think I underestimated what a posh salon looks like. I remember when I got there, I was just shocked. I didn't believe. I had never seen such a salon in my entire life. Not in a movie, sijui kama sikukuwa exposed or what. First when I entered, there was a reception, and it was so classy. I'm seeing glasses, I'm seeing flowers, I'm seeing decor, waiting area. So I entered, there's even a receptionist. Salon gani iko hivo? So the receptionist is like, hi, how may I help you? I'm like, I'm here to see so and so. Now the boss, she's like, could you please wait here? Do you want us to serve you anything? Yani, I was just shook. I'm like, in salon gani, mtu anapewa VIP treatment. So I said, no, I don't want anything. Akaniambia, okay, let me go talk to the boss, then I let you know if she's ready for you. Akaenda, and she came back and she was like, yeah, the boss wants to see you now, you can go upstairs. I'm like, hii salon iko na hadi upstairs. Hadi kwa waiting area kuna flat screen na nini, but believe you me, nilikuwa najifanya venye hii life nimezoea. Kwetu sayo tuko na TV ya mgongo, but na pretend glam life, I know it, you know. But deep down, nilikuwa nashtuka like, kuna salon supu hivi, yani I couldn't imagine. Kuna hadi upstairs, ati the boss has her own office. Yani, it was culture shock for me. It was just a culture shock. So I went to the office, we talked with the boss, akanipea an oral interview, and then she called the manager. The manager was a guy. We talked kidogo, and then the boss told the manager, I like her. And she was like, when do you want to start? I was like, okay, how privileged am I to get a job in such a salon? Na naulizwa, when do you want to start? So nikapeana siku yenye nataka kuanza kazi. And I remember when I went back home, nilikuwa naambia mamangu, Mom, oh my God, your salon iko na flat screen. Your salon iko hivi. Yani nilikuwa namwambia anashtuka, anafurahi. She was really happy for me. Yani nilikuwa tu amused, you know. So nikaanza job hapo. Kidogo nikakaa hapo for some time. I think after 8 months, nikatoka. I had already had my experience there. Nilikuwa nimegrow. At that time when my mom was also sick, I decided to take a short break. While on this break, just before my mom died, I remember getting a call from my previous manager because he left that job before I did. He called me. Akaniuliza, Vian, are you still working where we used to work? And I was like, no, I left. Where are you right now? I was like, niko tu. Would you want to work again in a salon? I was like, yes, mind bora, it's a good place. So he tells me, nataka uende kwa salon ya Wahoo. I was like, wait, Wahoo? Who? The one Wahoo musician? Alikuwa like, yeah. So she wants a stylist and I know you're good at what you do. So here's her number and muongee. Just give her a call. So I remember calling Wahoo. And she didn't pick. She hung up, then sent me a text. I'm on a shoot, can we please chat? And we started chatting with Wahoo. Namwambia, yeah, I'm so and so. I was given your number by so and so, nini. So nikichat na Wahoo pia inanishtua, ni culture shock ingine. Yani na interact na celeb one-on-one. I went to my mom again. Remember this time, relationship yangu na mamangu imesha improve. We are like friends. Mwambia, mom, imagine na chat na Wahoo. Yani she was just excited. She was happy for me, you know. So Wahoo called me for a meeting and I went. On that day when I went, I remember I found her with her partner. Tukiwa hapo, we were just talking, tukachat too, as usual, tukachat, and then they asked me, do you have a page of yourself? Just sasa nikiwa the first salon, Touch of Styles, I opened an Instagram page and I used to post my work there. So I remember Wahoo and her partner asked me, do you have a page? And I was like, yeah. So I showed them my page and they were just surprised. They were like, you're the one who did this. They didn't believe all the work on my page was me who had done them. They kept on asking, uko sure, if we give you someone to do this, utafanya? I was like, yeah, sure. So they told me, we'll give you a call and let you know if you have the job or not. So on my way home, nikitoka sasa kwa wherever we were having our meeting, I saw another girl come in. So I realized, kumbe, many people were coming for that interview. Nikasema ni sawa, if I get the job or not, well and good. Nikitoka nikipanda gari, before nifike town, I got a call from Wahoo. She told me, hi Vian, you got the job. When are you willing to start again? I was just happy. Wow. I mean, sijui ile culture shock. Imagine unaweza meetwa tukaki na Wahoo na mnaongea one-on-one na kupigia. But always nilikuwa najifanya hii life nimezoea, you know. Auonyeshani ushamba zako. So I started the job in like 2 weeks again. At Afro Siri, I got so much experience in the hair industry because I met people who are skilled differently, and that really challenged me to be better at what I did. That is when I started realizing, so kumbe history, beauty, hair and beauty is actually a career, because the way people, as in how it was, it's not the way I used to envision it as a kid, because nilikuwa najua tu zile salons za mtaa, sikuwa najua kuna posh salons where people were professional na wanachukua kazi yao serious.